Welcome to the Story Codes offer page. I am so excited to bring to you my signature course. I have been doing this work for over a decade, working with entrepreneurs, visionaries, and artists to really bring their story to life and use story as a vehicle to spark action, to create movement, and create resonance in their marketing. Through Story Codes, you're going to discover how to share stories that naturally become the invitation, the spark that allows someone to say either, "This is what I needed to hear," or "I need to work with you, tell me more." Because ultimately, when we're sharing stories, we are conveying a message. So we're either shifting a perspective in someone's mind, or we're creating some form of trust to ultimately lead to sales down the road. Now, we don't mean that in a transactional way. What you're going to see in this course is how to use storytelling in your marketing and business in a very intentional, grounded, yet authentic way. So right now you might be having one of these challenges, which is very common. You don't know how to pick a story that's actually going to make an impact, or you get caught up in the details of what's actually relevant and what's actually going to make an impact in your audience. You might get tangled up in like the structure of how to actually share the story, or you might be feeling disconnected from your own personal power, from your own truth and embodied wisdom. And what makes Story Codes really unique is that most storytelling courses just kind of show you the outer layer of like, here's the structure, here's the template of how you share the story, but it doesn't walk you through your inner world, right? The evolution, your specific type of expression, your personality type. Are you extroverted? Are you a more private person? I am not here to give you a cookie cutter storytelling formula. I'm here to help you uncover the truth of your story, the one that holds your power, your purpose, and the connection to your audience that they've been waiting for. And just like one of my past clients said here, I know how to ask the right questions to dig deeper, because in your average storytelling course, it's going to be very surface level, and you're kind of stuck with having to use these prompts and think on your own that don't really take you through this emotional alchemy to really get to like, what is it that you want to share? What is the deeper wisdom and the message that is on your heart? And so that's something that really makes this program different, is that we break it down into 3 core modules. And the first one actually is called Inner Alignment and Alchemy. We are going to be going through your personal power and purpose, knowing how to weave the golden thread of your life's purpose work and calling that into the foundation of your story. I'll be teaching you my proprietary PRISM method, because every story is multidimensional and it's really tapping into the aspect and the angle that you want to share that's going to have the biggest impact on someone. We're going to be talking about evolution, what happens when you are outgrowing your story, when you're having big identity shifts, dissolving those voices of self-censorship, because surprise, one of the biggest things that happens when we go to tell either our story or a story in general is that we self-censor. We dim our light. We completely diminish the power of what it is that we want to say. And a lot of that is rooted in visibility. We're also going to be talking about expression types and creating that intentionality and personal boundaries, because Story Codes isn't just about bearing your soul on the internet and telling everyone everything. No. It is about being intentional and building a business that is in alignment with your values, beliefs, and boundaries. Our second module is around messaging that moves. Now, I clearly have a fiery personality, and for me, one of my greatest strengths and gifts is like really understanding how to get someone unstuck, how to help move them, right? So we're going to be talking about creating neuro mirror messaging, tapping into the subconscious to really create the mirror effect in your audience's mind. Now, this is not about manipulation. This is about smart communication. This is about understanding the psychology of your audience or ideal client or customer. We're going to be going through belief shifting messaging, which is also key. And then also your message is in your body, not in your mind. I can't tell you how many times I have clients that are so stuck in their mind around what to say. And I'm going to show you how to like drop back into your body, drop back into your heart space to really bring out your authentic communication. And then, of course, we have the third module, which is storytelling in action. So we're going to be going through the 4 core story types. So your brand story, your personal story, your offer story, and your client transformation story. I'm going to be giving you my personal story codex of different story prompts and frameworks that will help spark that creativity in your mind, give you ideas. I'm also going to be teaching you the difference between using your personal story in your business versus using story-driven messaging, because not every business is built on a personal brand. It's also about understanding that this isn't just about telling your story. This is about understanding how sharing stories in general is a way to solidify and strengthen your messaging and marketing. There's ways to tell story that have nothing to do with you and your personal experience. And that is also a key thing we'll be teaching. And then there's a bonus module on how to create cinematic reels for Instagram or TikTok with your success story, because success does sell. So feel free to skim the page. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I cannot wait to welcome you into this program.